Hello to everyone. Today we are going to talk about language and society, social strata. This short video was performed by John Jairo Jaramillo and Andres Felipe Villamuñoz.
Language and society. What is language? It's essentially a set of items called linguistics items, sounds, words, and grammatical structures.
Talking about society, social theorists, particularly sociologists, attempt to understand how societies are structured and how people manage to live together.
In the relationship between language and society, we can say that social structures may either influence or determine linguistics structure and/or behavior. And according to Orphean, linguistics structure and/or behavior may either influence or determine social structures.
In our point of view, language and society influence each other. Normer Dittmar states that speech behavior and social behavior are in a state of constant interaction, and that material living conditions, as he called it, are important factor in that relationship.
Moreover, the sociology of language or macro-sociologistics studies that societies do with their language, that is, attitudes and attachments that account for the functional distribution of speech forms in society, language shift, maintenance and replacements, the delimitation and interaction of speech communities. For example, the macrolinguistics notes that the Norman invasion brought French to the English language when William the Conqueror led the Norman conquest of England in 1066.
To talk about sociolinguistics or micro-sociolinguistics, which investigates how social structure influences the way people talk and how language varieties and patterns of use correlate with social attributes such as class, sex, and age. For instance, the microlinguistics wonder why cow meat is called beef, sheep meat is called mouton, pig meat is called pork, etc. Note that the French word for cow is boeuf. The French word for sheep is mouton. The French word for pig is pork.
Together, the linguists realized that the French invaders, whose servants were the conquered English peasants, ordered their meals using the French words. So, the food names that the servant got used to were the French terms entered into the English language in that way.
Consequently to this, social stratification is a society's categorization of people in socioeconomic strata based upon their occupation and income, wealth, and social status, or derived power, social and political. As such, stratification is the relative social position of persons within a social group, category, geographic region, or social unit.
In modern Western societies, social stratification typically is distinguished in three social classes: the upper class, the middle class, and the lower class. Moreover, a social stratum can be formed upon the basis of kinship or caste, or both.
In the link below, you will watch a perfect example of how language and society interact on the influence of social stratification, how to evidence those changes in the different social status according to the video.
Let's start with tag phrases. We can hear the lower class guy tends to tell, you know, I mean, got everything. On the contrary, the higher class people have a more formal speech.
Contractions and abbreviations. The former makes phrases shorter, such as in, got all. The latter used to say the complete phrases. Domination and control, where high classes want to demonstrate the power and control under the lower classes. Corporal language. It can be observed that the composure and attitude between the two different classes can be remarkable.
Pace and diction is fostered in poor classes, and diction is a style of speaking or writing as dependent upon choice of words. good diction, the accent, inflection, intonation, on speech sound quality. Manifested by individual speaker usually judged in terms of prevailing standard of acceptability.
Thank you for your attention, watching the video, and we hope the information shared today has been useful.